Hi, I'm Tommy Weber, manager of the Staten Island Tide. To my left, Anthony Ferranti is our first base coach, and to my right is TJ Greco, who's our bench coach. Today we're going to talk a little bit in general about outfield play, specifically about throwing from the outfield and the difference between what a good thrower is and what a guy with a good arm is. They're two very different things. You have a lot of guys who can throw the ball very hard, but if they're not accurate, they're not good throwers. First, we want to talk about how important it is for your outfielders to understand what they're doing with the ball before the ball gets hit to them, especially when runners are on base. If you've got a runner on first base, your right fielder should be thinking to himself, if the ball's hit 20 feet to my left down the line, I'm not going to try to throw that runner from first base out at third base. He's going to get to third. If I try to throw him out at third, the batter runner is going to wind up at second. The double play is not going to be in order. You're going to have second and third and nobody out, and a little bloop single is going to be able to score 2 runs. So what you want to do as an outfielder is to be anticipating the play before the play happens. That's more important than all the instruction in the world that an outfielder can get. He's got to be able to think on his own and act on his own. By the time you cue him and then he acts, too much time has gone by. So try to school your outfielders into thinking about the play before it takes place. The other thing is, you got to get the ball out of your hands if you're an outfielder as quickly as possible into the infield. The faster the ball gets into an infielder's hands, the more likely it is that runners will either stop or you'll have an opportunity of throwing a runner out trying to advance to another base. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to demonstrate and kind of redefine for you what a good throw is from an outfielder. TJ, who's got the big arm of the group here, is going to demonstrate throwing the ball into second base from the outfield on one long hop. It's critical when you're throwing the ball to a receiver that you do not short hop him, which is why throwing on a regular basis is so important. You should throw a ton if you're an infielder. If you watch guys in the major leagues, they throw an awful lot. Most amateur players don't throw enough. So your proficiency in throwing the ball is critical to your value as a player. In the outfield, you have to have a couple of rules. You never want to short hop the receiver of the ball, and you never want to throw it over his head. You always want to look to long hop him so that he can easily catch the ball and either apply a tag or throw it to the next base to throw out a runner who's advancing. If you watch TJ, he was very efficient. It was left foot catching the ball for a right-handed thrower, one step with the right foot, and then the ball's out of his hands on the next step. So it's really a 3-step process. If you could count to 3, you can throw effectively as an outfielder. No big crow hop. We don't want you spending time in the air. We want you going straight and efficiently towards the target that you're throwing the ball at.